Alright, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Expected Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. In this video, I'm going to be talking specifically about classic physique Olympia updates. Some of the updates that have impressed me the most. One of them, let's start with the guy that I don't typically talk about. You guys that I talk about a lot, and there's other guys that are really good that I talk about. We're going to talk about first, Ozima, aka Jose Manuel Munoz. So, last year at the Olympia, he was top 6 in classic physique. He posted these updates in the last 24 hours of his back, where his back looks absolutely insane. Dense, grainy, conditioned, just very, very impressive updates from a classic physique guy. I mean, his back just looks nuts. And I think he's got a pretty solid case for being back in the top 6 again this year. But one of the reasons why I think he's an interesting guy to talk about in this video is because I'm going to talk about the latest update from Rough Diesel. This is a reason why I think Rough Diesel is back in the conversation, is beating Josema at both the New York Pro and the Pittsburgh Pro this year. And he had a crazy year. Jose had a crazy year last year, winning the Nutri-Yummy Pro Cup, the M Pro Classic, and the Cali Pro. This year, however, he was unable to secure a pro win because of Rough Diesel. So he won 3 shows in 2024, and was top 6 at the Olympia that year. But this year was unable to win either of the shows that he entered because of Terrence. And I believe it was that Nutri-Yummy Pro Cup in October of last year that qualified him early for this year's Mr. Olympia, which is why he's qualified even without winning a 2025 show. But some of these updates that he's been posting over the last couple of weeks, he looks absolutely peeled, dry, super detailed. His condition just looks next level. But as impressive as Jose looks, here's the guy that shut him down at both of those shows this year. The latest update from Terrence Ruffin. I think everybody is talking about this update today because it's probably one of the more impressive classic physique updates that we've seen in the build-up to the show. Terrence looks crazy, bro. His back looks insane. Glutes are crazy striated. His hamstrings are super dug out. This is the type of Terrence that I want to see. I still don't think, when I look back at both that Pittsburgh and New York show, even though he won and beat really good lineups, Jose was there. Even though he won those shows, I didn't feel like it was the level of condition that I know Terrence can bring, that I think he needs to bring to the Olympia. These updates here, bro, Terrence is peeled. This honestly, I think, as far as him posing from the back, this honestly might be, I think, the most impressive prep update back video that I think I've ever seen of Terrence Ruffin. He looks crazy here. Because let's be clear, Terrence already has probably one of, if not the most classic structures on a shorter guy in the whole Olympia line. His structure is beautiful. He is classic physique. So when you bring that and you peel it up like this, and you come in with this type of detail on that type of frame, that's the guy that's battling with Chris Bumstead for the title. This is the Terrence that I think could win this year. I genuinely think that Terrence could come in here and he could be the surprise of the show. I feel like maybe because, bodybuilding memory, classic physique memory, the memory of the fan, it typically is very short term. So the guys that did really well at last year's Olympia, those are the guys that people are thinking about, aka, Mike, for example. And because Terrence didn't compete at last year's Olympia, I feel like for that reason, he's kind of not in the forefront of people's minds as a threat to the title. Which brings me back to the weigh-in discussion. So Terrence was kind enough to reply to some questions that I had about his weigh-in in the past. Because I remembered there was a year that Terrence actually missed weight at the weigh-ins, and then he was able to get that weight off in time to make weight. That was the year that he dropped from 2nd place to 6th place at that year's Olympia. He said he believes it was 2022. So I was kind of curious, and I was asking him, so what's the process like? What happens if somebody does miss weight? And actually, I'll throw up this picture. I thought this